Got a Honda in the shop with a broken trunk torsion bar. Makes it really difficult to open that trunk. Let's see if we can't get it fixed. This is what we're working on today, a 2012 Honda Accord. Alright, let's check it out, see what it's doing. Somebody looks like getting their carpets cleaned across the street. Hopefully it's not too loud. You can see it doesn't pop up. And yeah, it definitely weighs a ton. And I can see some carnage in there. Let's check it out. The trunk lid just wants to fall down, so I'm going to use a hood prop to keep it open. I got the hood prop in place. It's secure. We just got to be careful not to bump it, because otherwise this trunk lid's going to come down on us hard. With the trunk open, we can see the carnage. There's our old rod, one of them. You can see where it broke. And the little clip, let me grab the rest of it. The pieces of the clip that kind of hold them in place. So there's two rods, and there's one of them. Let's look at the other one. There, the other one is still in place. So I have the parts. We'll go ahead and get this thing fixed. And if you're ever in the vehicle when one of these things breaks like this one did, typically it's going to scare the crap out of you, because they'll snap like that and then it'll pop up and it'll hit the metal under there and it'll sound loud inside the car. It'll sound like somebody hit the back of your car with a hammer. So just be aware of that. Alright, typically they paint the ends of these so we know which one's which. So this one we can tell there's a little bit, looks like pink paint on there. And then if we look at the one that's in the car and not broken, hopefully you can tell it looks like yellow. Like a yellowish tint on there. So let's go check our new parts so we'll know which one's which. Here's our new parts, and looking at this one we can see there's pink paint on there. So here's our broken one. There's the part number right there. And because this one broke and there's two of them, we're going to go ahead and replace the second one also, because it's probably not far behind. We can see we got our yellow paint on this one. So this is the one that's intact in the vehicle right now. There's our part number. And of course we're going to need another plastic clip that kind of goes in the middle. And there's the part number for that. Now these springs are under a considerable amount of tension, and it really helps to have the proper tool. This one is from Honda. Where's the part number? Hopefully you can read it. Now Honda has made, come on, focus. Honda has made several variations of this tool. I only have one. I hope it works. Hopefully it's the right length. We need it to be long enough right there to get it. It looks like it is. So hopefully it works. We're going to give it a go and see if it does. If you don't have a tool like this, you can do it with a really big pair of channel locks, but it can be difficult, and just be warned, you can get hurt because these things can snap back at you. So that is my warning to you. It definitely helps to have the proper tool to do this job. There's the actual part number for the torsion bar tool for the Honda Accord that we're working on today. I don't have that exact tool, but I do have a similar one from Honda. Hopefully the one I have works. Typically you buy these tools from a Honda dealer. And of course it's a good idea to check your parts. Here's our old broken one. And aside from the color, they're the same. And as far as left to right, this one right here, our broken one, well, our replacement for the broken one, this is considered the right side. We can see there's an R right there, because it's putting tension on the right side, on the right hinge. And then this one, the one that's still intact, that's going to be the left side, because it's going to be putting tension on the left. And when we're taking them off, we're going to take the left one off first, because it'll be the one lowest, and then we would take off the right. And then when we're putting them back on, we do just the opposite. We would put the right side on first, and then the left side we'd go on last. This seat release cable is probably going to be in our way, so we can just unclip it by pressing this in and popping it out. Just try not to break it, so it just pops down like that and comes out. Okay, we'll take our tool. Hopefully it works. We'll try to take this left one off that's not broken. It's going to slide over the end like that, and hopefully it's long enough to reach over here. And then we're just going to grab the end of the tool like that, and it's going to be under a lot of tension. We're going to have to bring it back like this and then bring it up. We got to clear this little piece right here, and then it's going to want to spring back like this, so we definitely have to hold on to it. So we're just going to kind of go in that motion, and hopefully we don't hurt anything or ourselves. And of course you want to make a note the way the bar goes. You see which hole it's in, and you see how it goes over the top and then loops in them just like that. When we put it back in, we're gonna have to do the same thing. All right, hopefully you can see right there. We just slide the tool on the end like that, and then like I said, hopefully it's just barely long enough. We might be able to make it work. So we just need to, I'm gonna pull towards the back of the vehicle like this, but you gotta hold on to it, and it's a good idea. Safety glasses and gloves. We're gonna pull it down. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Just like that. You see how it wants to bring my hand this way until right there. Okay, now we don't have any tension on it. So that's how you do it. Yeah, this thing was just barely long enough, this tool. Let's slide it off. And now we should be able to just kind of push the rod through and get it out. All right, so there's our old one. And our old one that we just took out looks exactly like our new one. All right, now we'll take our new clip. It goes right there. So we just kind of put it at an angle, pop it up, and then twist it like that. And now it's in. We just got to be careful when we're putting the new bars in not to break the new clip, or what, otherwise we got to go get another one. You can try to sneak this in after you get the bars in, but it can be, the bars can kind of be in the way. So okay, we're going to take our right torsion bar, which is the one that was broken. We're going to take our new one, and this is the one that we're going to put back in first. We'll set it down in the car like it goes, just like we took out the broken one. And then this end right here is going to go in this hole, the larger hole, the furthest one back. And like the other one, we have to go up over the top and then loop it back in. So it's going to come back in this hole, but it's going to go over the top right there. All right, we'll take the end. See if I can record it and try to do it one-handed. You just gotta fish that end. We gotta pull it back through, just like that. And when you're pulling this rod through, make sure it's as far in as you can get it. You can see how much is sticking out on this one right here. Definitely want to make sure, pull it all the way through so we have enough room on the other side. And you can see we just have it kind of sitting right there. Now we're just gonna take our tool, I gotta go on the other side, slide it on, and we're gonna pull like that. And then try to get it up and in, because we got to get it up on top of here, and then we got to get it to snap in. And it's going to want to fight us, because once we start doing this, it's putting a lot of pressure going back that way. That's where we want to have gloves and safety glasses on, because if this thing snaps or breaks, we want to be at least somewhat protected. All right, hopefully you can see. We'll go ahead and fight this thing and try to get it in. Like I said, make sure, you see how it wanted to pop back through. We got to make sure on the other side it doesn't do that. And try not to break our clip. Come on. And that took everything I had, because this tool's not quite the right size, but it's in. And hopefully we didn't do too much damage to our clip here. Looks like we're all right. All right, I wanted to point out, there's actually two positions in here. There's the first one right here where you can see this rod is not in. That's actually the normal position. And then the second position, and then there's the corresponding ones in the back too. That's our higher tension one. Because I had to muscle it in, I pushed it a little too far, went to the higher tension one. This spring is brand new, or this rod is brand new. We don't need it in the higher tension position. In theory, you know, as these things age, if it starts getting weak when you're opening the trunk, you could adjust these to the higher tension position, but I've never had to do that. You know, typically they just either break or they just last forever and you don't have to mess with them. But I'm going to go ahead and release the tension and put it back over here to our normal position. And there you can see, all I did was put the tool on it and just bring it down just a hair, and it popped right back over here. So this is where we want to keep it. This is the normal position, and that's where I recommend. And we'll go ahead and snap it in place, and now we'll go grab the other one. We'll do the same thing with our left torsion bar. So we'll just stick it up there and try to pull it through. Make sure we're pulling it all the way through as much as possible. We'll kind of get it lined up over here. And we'll grab the tool and muscle it on. Okay, for this side, we're going to put the tool on like that and just bring it exactly the opposite of the way we took it off. We just have to be careful. We have this hood prop over here, and we don't want to knock the trunk down on our head. Son of a gun. Alright, I had to turn off the camera and actually get inside the trunk because my tool was slipping off a little bit like this when I was reaching in from outside, probably because I was trying not to knock our hood prop over. And so I just got in here and did it from underneath. Obviously you got to be careful. If it breaks, I'm right in the way. But we have it in our normal position. We don't have it in the high tension position. So we're good to go on this side now. And now that that rod is in place, we can snap it right there where it goes. And then this little clip right here comes down and just snaps into place, and that holds it all together. And we'll go ahead and pop our seat release cable back in. And that's how it looks when it's all finished. If we did it right, hopefully the trunk lid closes correctly. Well, let's take our hood prop off, see if this thing stays up. Well, that's a good sign. Alright, let's see if it actually works. Listen for a big bang. Okay, that's good. I think we have a confirmed fix. After struggling to get these torsion bars out with the incorrect Honda tool, I went out and got the correct one for the next time. There's your part number right there. And you definitely see that this area right there is quite a bit longer than the old tool that I had, and that definitely makes a difference. If we look right there, it's just not quite long enough, where if we look at the correct tool, we can see that that easily goes past there. Will make this installation a lot easier for the next time I see one of these vehicles. And it's at a slightly different angle. I'm not sure that that makes too much of a difference, but this is the most important part here, that having enough length there. And you can use, you know, a really large pair of channel locks, but you're going to struggle a little bit, just like I did with the incorrect tool. The exact tool that you're supposed to use always makes the job a little bit easier. And that's it for this one. And as always, if the video helped you out, you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.